What's up, Clash Bros? It's Marcus for Epic Life Gaming. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to show you guys that I'm working my way up in the Classic Challenge. We have 9 wins, no losses with this deck right here. I'm going to call it the Giant's Yard deck. I think that sounds pretty cool. It's a graveyard with the Giant along with the freeze spell. So this deck I did a trolling deck with. It's actually done me really well lately, and we actually have 9 wins, 0 losses. So let's go ahead and try and push up to 12-0 and win this undefeated. That would be pretty cool. A flawless victory would always be awesome. I'm going to start off with the Giant deck right here. See if we can get a small push going. He drops down the Furnace. Now, I'm a little scared of what he could possibly have with the Furnace, because the Furnace could be used with a lot of different decks. Expo deck. It can be used with a Giant Bowler deck. It can be used with a lot of different decks. So you really don't know what they have at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and drop my graveyard, and look at this. We're going to pull up a freeze. I'm going to wait to see if he drops anything else. He doesn't. So let's go ahead and freeze as soon as I get that Mega Minion in there as well, and let my skeletons go to work. Now that one push, and we almost have his tower completely down. As you can see, it's almost a perfect 2,000 points off of his tower. So that was a pretty darn good push. That freeze spell just changes the entire game with this deck. I absolutely love this deck. I endorse this deck. I believe this is a deck that I made. I saw someone use the graveyard with freeze, but I had a really successful graveyard Giant deck, and I was like, here, I'll throw in the freeze spell, see how it does. And you guys can see we just absolutely decimated this guy right here. Now he has a Royal Giant, so I would have never thought that he had a Royal Giant Furnace deck, but I'm going to go ahead, throw the log, throw the zap down, and try and get this Royal Giant down immediately. He has the skeletons. I really don't know what to use for the skeletons, so I'm going to kind of let just everything clean it up. I was thinking about throwing down the arrows, but that wouldn't really be worth it, because if he drops down the minion horde right after it, I'd have been in big trouble. So luckily my troops did a decent job. He dropped down a Mega Minion as well, and we actually cleaned that up pretty decently. Now the tower's down to 420 for any of you guys that enjoy that kind of stuff. I guess that's kind of cool. But I'm actually trying to build up a good push right here, because we haven't really done anything since our very first push. So let's try and get some right here. Just hit double elixir time. He's throwing down that lightning spell again. That cost him 6 elixir. So let's go ahead, throw down the freeze spell once again, get everything slowed down. The one archer didn't get frozen, but we were able to take her out with the skeletons, and we take down the tower right as the log was coming in. So awesome. Now I just got to kind of defend. I don't want to put too much on the attack because of the Royal Giant. The Royal Giant can do so much damage so quickly and has so much health. And since I have no defense right now, we need to kind of make sure we're dealing with him. So there it is, along with the Mega Minion. Look at this, and I'm going to have to freeze all of this, but oh, this isn't the match. I thought this was a match. All right. So we actually do freeze everything. We get the Royal Giant down. I throw everything down, and we still have a push coming up on the left-hand side. And there we go. We got the Skarmy coming in, and we got everything going after his tower. So he has to defend this tower real quick. Only 3 seconds left. I'm going to go ahead and freeze just in case he tries something tricky. We get the victory, because he could have done 2 lightning spells to take down that tower. So that's why I was kind of still pushing on that left lane. So we got this win against Shaman YT. Let's get into the next battle. Now we're 10-0, so good start. No defeats right now, 10-0. I think this is the farthest I've ever been without taking a defeat. And this is the deck that I give all the credit to, is this graveyard deck, Giant Yard deck. Giant's Yard deck? I don't know. Freeze a Giant Yard? I'm not sure. Giant Freeze Yard? I'm not sure what we're going to call it. You guys maybe have a better name, but this is absolutely perfect. Now we're going against level 9, but his Furnace is not upgraded to level 7, so my tower is actually able to take it out with only 1 shot. So that's pretty cool. He's not going to be able to get too much damage. Now, I forget about the freeze spell right here. I just kind of dropped everything down. Had to get rid of that Skarmy because I don't have the troops to get rid of it. We're getting some damage left on the tower. Luckily, that last archer is trying to clean up, and now we just have to deal with all this. So we do have a Giant coming down our right lane. What do we do at this point? I'm just going to drop the log. He drops the log as well. I'm going to drop my archers, luckily, away from the log. That was pretty cool. So we got the Giant, and luckily, this is a good enough combination, the archers and the Mega Minion, to take down most tanks. Now, the only tank that I don't like going up against with this combination is the Golem. The Golem's the only one I'm a little iffy about. Now, why I froze right there, I think I got a little carried away. We didn't get that much damage onto his tower. We take a small lead, not by much, but we do take a small lead with that little push, but that push cost me a lot of elixir. Granted, it was only just a free spell because the rest was just from a counter, but I could have done a little bit better to save up my elixir. Now he dropped down the furnace again. Thank goodness that I don't really have to worry about his furnace. The only time I have to worry about it is when it's on defense, because it's going to do good damage against my archers and my mega minion. Now, not really sure what to play right here. I think I'm just going to go all out. I don't have the free spell in my hand right now because I used it on the last push. We're gonna go ahead and throw arrows. I was thinking about doing zap, but I decided arrows would probably be the better thing. He has mega minion up at the top. He zapped everything. Thought about throwing down the log. He throws down his log, and I have a small push coming at us. Let's go ahead and throw down the zap, and then we're gonna throw down the log as well. I'm like, crap, this guy's doing a really good job. Even though his cards don't seem to be that high level, he's doing a really good job pretty much countering our push right now. Besides that first push where we did almost the majority of the damage. So he's doing a really good job. I froze everything, zapped everything, down goes the archers. Epic push right here. We finally grabbed the tower right there, and we're trying to clean up that furnace so it doesn't do any more damage, but we don't get it. Now look at that. It looked like the mega minion was up front, but it wasn't. Now I really don't know what to do. I kind of bailed on those arrows right there. I zapped to get everything out of the way, but that mega minion not being targeted by my archers really could have affected that push, and he could have easily grabbed a tower right there, but we didn't, and we grab a win. Now we're 11-0. Now my heart was beaten. I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Can we finally do it? I had to take a minute right here, take a couple deep breaths, and this is where the epic fail came in. 11-0 right now. Now we're gonna watch the complete first battle right here while we're searching for an opponent, and then we'll kind of hurry this on. Going against Ellie. So 11-0. All I need is one win. So let's go ahead and try this. We got a really good deck. I'm finally learning how to use it. I'm playing more Clash Royale than ever. Let's see if we can get this victory. So what does he have? Mega Minion. All I'm thinking about is Lava Hound at this point. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, not the Lava Hound. But nope, he has a Royal Giant. And I wasn't worried at this point. I was like, I think I can actually beat this guy. Although I had to use a lot of elixir right there, he did zap down my mega minion, so good thing I dropped down the archers. Now I wasn't really sure what he would have. He doesn't have anything right now, and look at this little, you know, troll thing right here. I go ahead and freeze the barbarians in the tower. He throws down the log, which probably saved him 2 extra hits from that tower, but we did catch up with that push. But now I have to deal with the barbarians, and now I have to deal with the miner as well. I'm like, crap, what do? I go ahead, throw down the arrows, then I throw down the zap, and luckily we get out of that without too much damage on our tower. So pretty much we are in the lead right now because I have more damage to his left tower than he has to my right tower. We pretty much have the same damage on the right and left towers. So, but he has a Royal Giant deck. I wasn't too worried about it though. I was like, we just gotta make sure that we deal with it appropriately, make sure he never catches us off with elixir, and I think we could be able to get this win. Once again, exact same push, and look at that, I dropped the graveyard on defense. Now I'm gonna go ahead and freeze all of that to let my skeletons build up. He go ahead and zaps my archers, but that's not what he should have been worried about. Look at that, the skeletons clean it up. But we didn't get out of that with we still took a lot of damage with that battle. So it wasn't really a success, I would say. And it also cost us a lot of elixir. 70 elixir to stop that push. So he drops down the miner. He drops down the mega min, or I drop down the mega minion. He drops down a fireball. And I'm like, crap. Pretty much one more shot from the Royal Giant from that tower. One more, you know, drop. And that tower is pretty much done. And I realize right now he's either defending my push or he's going after the right tower. So let's just go ahead and go all out. And then we're going to get ready to freeze this tower. So he has a mega minion coming down. And I needed to grab this tower on this push right now. That was no doubt about it. This tower needed to go down right now. I go ahead and drop down my log to get some more of that damage down. And we actually get the tower. So I was like, oh, that is awesome. But this, he drops down the miner. I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. That's not an issue. But what is he going to do? He's going to throw a fireball, or, yep, he threw the fireball at the tower to take it down to match it back up 1-1. Now he has the Royal Giant right here, and I was an idiot and I wasn't focusing on the Royal Giant at all. That was such a big mistake on my part. I should have been focusing on the Royal Giant a little bit more, but I wanted to go after that tower and get it down. I didn't get as much damage as I wanted down, but we did get quite a bit, more than he got with his Royal Giant push. So what I did right here was I dropped the graveyard and I was like, all right, all out right now. Royal Giant against Skarmy, the graveyard, and look at that, 142, and he takes down our tower, was left on his tower. 11 wins, 0 losses, and we lose the first battle, and it happened to be at 11 wins. That sucks. We end up doing that, but that's not the end of this epic fail. That is definitely not the end. So we're just gonna watch the end of this battle. I was so on tilt at this point. I was making so many dumb plays. That's why we're not even gonna watch this full entire battle. But I was so on tilt. I was so frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh. But I probably should have won this game. I should have won this game. Not probably. I should have won this game, but I was so on tilt, making such bad moves. And finally, like, right at the end, I was like, all right, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna actually beat him. And of course, I didn't leave enough time. Double elixir, he's able to stop my pushes, and I pretty much cut the game at this point. Now we're 11-2. So we cut the game off early in the last one. I was so frustrated. I pulled everything out of my iPad and walked away, and I was like, all right, forget it. This is obviously not going to make a video. I'm just going to get this one win, and then we'll just end it right here, and it won't be a video. I'll just scrap it. And maybe some people would have scrapped this video, but I'm not going to. We're going to watch this last battle real quick. We'll watch it with double speed. Now he has a Lava Hound deck, and I was like, no way. No way do I get to 11 wins, and I cannot pull off the last victory. Now, one thing that this guy was doing perfect in this match, not only just having Lava Hound, which is pretty much a perfect thing in the first place, but this guy was laying down his Valkyrie at the perfect times. Every single time that I would do my graveyard freeze spell, I would wait, and I'll be like, all right, I'm dropping it. And then all of a sudden the Valkyrie would drop down. Watch, let's go ahead, pause it. Look at that. I finally threw down the freeze spell, and does it freeze the Valkyrie? No. He did that almost every single time. It was such the perfect delay. Once again, Mega Minion not focused on not being focused. It's actually the back troop. I don't understand that. It definitely looks like the Mega Minion's in front, but his nose must be so small that the game doesn't recognize it. All right, let's slow it down. Oh, slow it down right here, and I'm going to get ready to freeze. Let's go ahead and do half speed. I'm going to go ahead. I think I actually got this one. All right, yeah, so that wasn't a good example. Let's go ahead and go back to double speed. So we're 1-1, 47 seconds left, and at this point, I am just like, KO me, done. Can't stand with this guy. This guy is an almighty god. But look at this. I'm actually defending with everything I have, but it is not enough as the Inferno Dragons take me out. So sad. 11-0. 11-0, and we end up losing 3 in a row. We go from 11-0 to 11-3 and get knocked out of the challenge. That is the biggest epic fail I've ever done in this game. You guys are obviously going to say you suck. That's why, yes. As soon as I lost that first match, I was so on tilt. I was so frustrated that there was no bringing me back. So we ended up losing all 3 of the matches at the very end. I was excited to make an epic video showing you guys how crazy this deck is and how awesome it is. Then this happened. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Let's just go ahead and open up this chest. We're only going to get 1,600 gold, 7 ice golems, and 71 mortars. So not even any good cards from that. So we also got the special event, which I didn't even know it started. Oh, it starts in 9 hours and 33 minutes. So we'll do that video tomorrow or today or sometime soon. This video might actually come out after that. Oh, well. But I just wanted to show that epic fail, biggest fail I've ever done on this game, being 11-0 and losing 3 in a row. I've done that before where I've been 11-1 and then lose out or something like that, but I've never been 11-0 and lose all 3 matches. there it is, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make fun of me in the comments, rip me a new one. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and join the Clash Bro family. I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget, my Clash Bros, to stay beautiful.
Make it drop, honey.